Oh. Ah!
This is James Brown.
Give us up!
The owner of this is gonna sue us one day. I'm gonna love it.
You mean Thirsty Girl? I don't know what this song was called, but it's been renamed to Thirsty Girl.
They're like, you've been playing.
I forgot our tagline, but it's Thursday.
Motherfuckers?
Motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's...
Do we drink after that? I feel like... I do. Today's stream's brought to you by Rain. When your plants need watered but you don't want to go outside, try Rain.
Oh, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
Yeah. Sounds like somebody's dinner who just moved into a new apartment.
Any other sponsors? This stream has not provided any monetary value, but of course, like. They have already.
Nor do we condone drinking.
Drink how you please.
Yes. Responsibly
Or
and
else.
to excess.
See the tat. How's the tat healing?
The tat is like a month. It's
gone!
It's.
I don't remember.
I don't know how to get this view.
It's gone!
I see it, yeah.
It's in there.
That was funny. You're just like, it's healed!
It's Chris, is this right?
Gone.
He said it would heal and it's gone. It's totally healed.
They probably...
I'd get a black light, but I'm too afraid.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, here's some more ado.
That line is so chubby, I love it.
It is super happy.
That baseline's getting made fun of in middle school, dude.
Dude, can barely run a mile, I love
Dude,
it.
that baseline swam with the shirt on.
That baseline's walking a mile.
It's the wind with the shirt on. Totally does.
That baseline swims with the
God. We're getting some gold here at the start, boys. All
Can you
right.
keep this energy up?
Right at the end.
Oh, fuck.
All right, team. Last time on Thül. You guys definitely got to the Imperial City after the shortest travel arc known to man. An easy journey, not worth mentioning.
10 episodes on the dot. Or actually 11.
I actually took notes.
You guys went in, got into the mid-evening during, the end of the commerce hours, and I believe went directly to find an inn close to the admissions office of Imperium. You found your way to one of the nicer inns, Riftstone, located right next door by the front. And some of you purchased some modest rooms, and Belle, after the long journey, opted to get the penthouse, one of the suites, with a large full-size metal tub, and baths were had, cards were brought out, drinks were drank, and we pick up a morning after a night of drinking after a long journey. And the room, I don't know who made it back and who's passed out in there. Enzo's sleeping next, to the table, just leaning against the wall. Kind of just passed out. I assume Caphorn's on the ground somewhere, unless he was carried.
I carried him back to his room.
Oh,
He always makes it.
damn.
The early morning sun is rising. You guys made it. You are in the Imperial City. A new day begins. Behold, we made it. I don't remember who was dreaming. I think Cassis and Capone probably had a room together, I think.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Did we all get our own rooms?
Week off.
Enzo's with me.
I think we did get our own rooms.
Enzo's passed out on your floor.
He's not on the floor.
Okay.
I don't remember if you guys got rooms or not.
We did get rooms.
Oh.
I guess I would just
Alexa?
head downstairs and grab some food. And
Alright, so
wait for everyone to wake up and convene down. Try to grab like a table or something.
Alright, so the first floor of the Driftstone is a large kind of tap room tavern with a large hearth along the back wall, and left of the door in is just a large bar with multiple casks of different ales and bottles behind it. Lots of wooden and metal mugs around, and an easy place to find a morning meal, a hot meal. It's probably like maybe 30 tables in here. Like it's a significant place.
I would get one for 5 and just kind of wait for everyone to wake up.
All right. Anyone else getting up early?
Yeah, I'll wake up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd definitely be up.
Yeah.
Did we get in at night?
It was evening, so you guys kind of explored the immediate like Imperial Square. You looked around and then pretty much beelined it straight towards the Imperium and found that the day was coming to a close and decided to deal with lodging. I believe you paid for an extended stay?
I think I did, yeah.
I think we paid, yeah, for a little bit.
I don't remember how many days.
Sure.
I think you guys just got rooms. I don't think you paid for multiple nights. Because I have the daily rate for your rooms written down.
Okay.
But I don't have, So Cannon, you got a little bit nicer room.
Cassis did. I didn't get the nice room.
That's not what my notes say.
No, I got just a
Festus
bed.
got the basic room. I think you went for the 8 silver a night.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got the middle ranged one. I didn't get the nice one.
Yeah. You guys come down to the tap room. A night of drinking and relaxing. Finally, safety, clean. The road dust washed off, and probably your first highly comfortable night you've had in a long time. Sitting down at a table with food. I imagine Castus got enough food for the crew's coming.
I don't know what time they're waking up.
Okay, he's having some bacon and toast and freshly cooked eggs.
I'll go down, I'll look around, and I'll try and find him. I'll slide into a chair or booth wherever he's at.
Good morning, Cannon.
Good morning. You know how long we're gonna be staying here?
No idea. We been on the road so long trying to get here. I don't.
No, I was just wondering. For room's sake.
Oh, I'm just gonna do a per night.
You might have a deal. We do it more than just per night.
Maybe.
I'll go ask. I'm gonna go up to the innkeeper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so as you kind of walk over, you see there's a maybe late 50s gentleman with a large kind of like almost a brownish red beard.
Excuse me.
Ah, hi there.
Morning.
Morning. Can I get you anything?
Yeah, I just have a question actually. I understand that the room I'm renting out right now, it's about 8 silver a night. Is there any special or deal you give for extended stay at all?
Well, I suppose that could be negotiated. How long are you thinking?
I look at Castus, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days?
Yes.
5 days.
Well, it's not too terribly long, but I could maybe knock a few silver off. Go ahead and make a... Where's my dice pool? Make a negotiation check.
Okay.
Well, I suppose I could take some off. 5 days at 8 silver would be 40 normally, so call it 36.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All
I'll do
right.
that.
What about breakfast? Can I get you anything?
I'll have what he's having, actually.
All right, I'll send it over when it's ready.
Yes, sir.
Are you paying for that?
I'm paying that up front, yeah.
Okay. It's 3 silver for food.
So, 39.
Yeah. So after you go back and join, and
Yeah, I'll go over there and join him.
maybe like 5 or 6 minutes. Like there's plenty of this kind of stuff. The eggs don't take long, and the bacon's cooked, and the bread's there. So
When Castus is distracted, I'll pick off his plate.
Please make a skullduggery check.
Okay.
Versus Castus, what's your vigilance?
It is 1 yellow, 2 green, and 2 boost.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Alright, skullduggery cannon. You know I'm taking off your plate.
You didn't even touch your biscuit yet.
I'm saving it for later.
About
Fine, I
this
guess I'll
time,
wait for my food.
about this time, I'll have came down and I'll be up front at the bar, I guess. Do they have pie? Hey, buddy, you guys got pie?
Yeah, we've got pie. What kind are you looking for? We've got some meat pies and veggie pies, and I believe just got in some rhubarb pie, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
have to check.
Yeah, I'll have a rhubarb pie and 2 beers.
What the fuck?
Cap One is hung over. He looks like dog shit. He needs something to kind of take the edge off.
He might have transformed into a dog last night. That's how hungover he looks.
There's a dog in it.
Alright, so the 2 beers, there's 2 silver, and then the rhubarb pie is going to be 10 silver.
Oh shit.
Sweets, man, they're expensive.
I guess.
And it's also a full pie. It's not like a piece.
Oh, it's a whole pie? Well, I'm gonna walk.
You just
walk
bought a
over-
pie.
I thought I was just gonna get a slice.
No, you just
fuck
bought
it.
a pie.
Well, I'll walk over to the table then with my 2 beers in one hand and the pie in the other, and I'm gonna.
It's got the nice, like, open, cross-hatched top to it where you can see the sugary gooiness in the middle.
Yeah.
It's still a little bit warm from the bakery this morning. And he comes
Fellas?
back with one hand, the pie on it, the other hand with 2 mug handles in it, holding 2 mugs of beer.
Yes.
Good morning, Cap One.
You look great, Cap One.
Hey guys.
You're glowing.
Huh. Pie? Pie? pie?
Yes, actually, I'll take some pie.
I'll set it down, I'll sit down, and I'll get myself a couple pieces and kind of just go ham on the pie.
That's it. Interesting breakfast, but
You're gonna have pie, but you still have your biscuit right there, Castus.
I'm saving it for later.
As this is going on, good morning. Well, I was not expecting this.
What were you expecting?
This is up in the bedroom. In the
I was like, just
it's we should definitely go downstairs and see what the others are awake.
Oh, yes, of course. He like kind of gets up and kind of like doesn't know, just kind of like gets dressed and leaves. I guess puts night clothes on. Keep it PG. The kids.
All right. Well, we're gonna go downstairs, I guess.
Brendan's got a very sensitive.
Fucking Brendan.
Brendan is sensitive. Leave him alone. So you guys see Belle and Enzo come down together. You all left, I think, before they did. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Pie.
Pie. Yes. Love some pie. Thank you, Gawan.
I'm gonna take a seat.
Pie, Belle.
And yeah, would I have ever seen pie before, like a rhubarb pie? I don't know if that's
you would have
something.
known pie, but probably rhubarb you wouldn't have had as a flavor of it.
Never had this before. So I'll try it.
It's very good, sweet, tangy.
What is the flavor?
It's rhubarb.
Oh, I've not had rhubarb pie in 4 or 5 years, perhaps.
With the
Delicious. Thank you
caravan?
so much.
Was the last time?
Caravan into the not often did we buy too many things for baking. Not many ovens on the road.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
But delicious, right? So what is the plan now that we have come?
I don't know. I was just following them. What is
Yeah,
the
I
plan?
think we should probably get out of here.
Just wanna
That
go
one
back?
will laugh to himself. He will laugh out loud to himself at his own joke.
Well, we have all these books that we can't read.
As you
that would
laugh, you
be a
remember
good
how
place to
hungover you are.
And then you get queasy.
Yeah. Do I need to make a resilience check?
So I'm gonna get some food while you guys talk about the books.
You can have the rest of mine. I'm not done, and you can have Cass's biscuit. He didn't finish.
Say.
Okay, well I'll take you up on that. Castus, can I have the biscuit?
No. You may have my biscuit.
Wow.
I take it.
Clay, looking around, is this city like a cultural melting pot of any sort, or is it very just one?
Yeah, so you see, especially in a tavern close to the university, especially, you're gonna see people of lots of different, skin tones and things like that. So you see, a few people with similar shading and coloring to what Belle, kind of like the caramel brownie skin. You see some, really dark, skinned. It's like, I don't know how to. It looks kind of like a guy covered in a bush. Like lots of natural kind of clothing made out of leaves, and it doesn't look like bad, like it's like he woke up out of a bush. Like it's definitely intended to be like that and just made out of natural materials around. And but yeah, you do definitely see a lot of different cultures and people that you would have had some familiarity with in Hira, but like in the docks and stuff, because Hira's a large port as well.
Yeah.
You'd probably be able to actually recognize most people with that really dark coloring are Solari Wilders.
Okay.
Not super common in civilized places. they like to stay out in the deep forest, the Solari wilds, and they kind of are very much one with nature and like to stay close to it, and not so much in like big urban environments. But yeah, so you definitely see it's a large.
Well,
And it's probably like out of the 30 tables, maybe 12 of them have people at them. Some people at the bar by themselves, and some sitting in groups. I'm looking more in make. I want everybody to make. I'm just knowledge adventuring.
We're going on an adventure! Knowledge it.
well. Free success, baby. Bow down.
Damn, Castus.
Yeah, go
Those
for
dice
it.
came in hot.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Why did I have an upgrade?
Because you rolled slow. So roll again, Cap 1.
I'm good with that.
No, go ahead and roll again.
God damn it.
That was for Cannon had the no result. Sorry,
Mine was
upgraded
even
for
though,
him.
yeah.
So Castus, as you've been kind of surveying the room and the patrons around, you definitely take notice of this, and you're able to figure out that some of the people are in the scholarly they're like white robes with like green accent pieces on the shoulders and like the brim, which you would recognize that's like a standard Imperium garb. These are different scholars that are affiliated somehow with the Imperium. You probably wouldn't have recognized. You would have taken note of the guy with like the leaves and like natural leathers and leaf patterns and sticks on it, but you wouldn't have necessarily recognized it. And kind of like, sure, like if leather armor had like bark and leaves, like leather cut in the shape of leaves with like bits of like wood and bark on it as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're able to tell that like some people are it seems to be an inn. You can probably deduct from the proximity to the front of the Imperium and the academic admissions building that this is a frequent stop for people who intend to either have business or go in the Imperium or somehow like are affiliated with it. So,
Well, I would like to go introduce myself.
all right.
Are they the two
Which-
guys at the bar?
There's two guys at the bar. One of them is the Solari Wilder guy. They're not sitting together. There's
I would like to go to the guy with the white robes and green accents.
all right. So you look around and there's a booth of there's two guys sitting together, one of the tables, and they both are wearing these same robes. Kind of approach. They look over. And I was like, look at you expectantly. Not rudely or anything like that. They're just kind of quiet.
Greetings, my name is Castus Nix.
Oh, hello, Mr. Nix. What can we do for you?
I can't help but notice your garb, and are you with the Imperium?
Yes, we do some research work for the Imperium.
Ah. Well, I am not much of a researcher myself, but my friend over there is looking for some information, and we actually have. Do you happen to know anyone that would know Old Imperial?
Well, yes, Old Imperial is one of the most, one of the top languages at the Imperium, so anyone who is more than a second year top Imperial can read Old Imperial.
Oh, great. I'm sorry, I'm not from here. I'm actually from Corinne.
I see.
Well, Actually, now that I've got you, do you mind just? I found a book that is written in Old Imperium, and I don't quite. I would like to know what it says.
So as you're kind of talking to them, can you make make either a knowledge adventuring or knowledge education check? Okay. Well, I'm sure that this is of great importance to you, but we are actually getting ready for some business, and we must be going. I hope you're able to find whoever you're looking for. And they just kind of get up and start walking away, and they're a little bit like cold, and you feel like maybe looked down upon a little bit.
Just the title of the book, please.
They just kind of walk out.
Assholes.
Do we notice this at the table?
I mean, is anyone paying attention? Cassius just got up while you were all eating.
I noticed it.
I mean, yeah, I think we would all be kind of just like
Yeah,
watching.
yeah.
What's all this about? Because Cassis is like, just the title, please.
I'm gonna
What's going
upgrade
on?
that, but if you guys want to what would this be? Alright. What it says. If anyone wants to make a knowledge education or knowledge adventure check, you can choose. You'll get different information depending on.
Definitely wanted.
Anyone watching can do it. It's not an easy check, but
Wait, knowledge adventuring or
education.
Doesn't matter.
Alright.
Jeez.
So you guys see this, but just the title, and then they kind of just get up and leave.
They just leave.
None of you guys are sure what to make of the situation.
I just walk back to the table and go,
But they didn't seem so friendly.
they were not at all.
Friends of yours?
No.
Are they your sister's friends?
I hope
Jesus,
not.
this group is relentless.
I hope not. I remember hearing about the Imperium, where people from the Imperium wearing white robes. So I asked them if they could read one of my book titles, and then they just stormed off.
Did you tell them that you didn't write the book?
No. I figured they would know that, because I would know the title of my book.
I can't read what I wrote.
They can't read
But thank you, Cap.
You're still drunk, Hap One.
Imagine that happening. I wrote a book, but I don't know what it says. It's in another language. Can
I
someone
wrote
help?
it all in another language.
It was a hell of a trip.
Okay, anyways, I know Cap One, you wanted to go to the Imperium, and I would like to go there, and I would like to figure out what these books mean.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I lost the names of the guys that I was supposed to go see.
You need to stop drinking.
Yeah, I definitely need to stop drinking.
He's got 2 mugs of beer in front of him.
And he goes,
One of them's gone. One of them's fucking gone already. And the time it took him to get rejected, I tanked one of the tankards.
let me look through my notes here.
That's true. He actually in-game keeps notes.
Yeah, but that was a conversation between me and Gibby, and I don't think he was there.
Yeah,
He'd probably still check his notes.
yeah. I've got nothing in here.
Yeah, I have it. It's in Danville.
I don't know of any place called Danville, but
Oh, you can't get there.
It was
In ruin.
Yeah.
Ancient
It's
days.
been destroyed.
it's just currently
ruinous
in ruin.
condition.
It's cursed.
It's not ancient, it's just current.
Danville's Thül's hell.
Dude, yeah.
You've been sent. You find yourself awakening in Danville.
Doomed to drink at the 610 forever.
Oh boy.
Bum, bum. I
Oh, wow.
have
It's
it.
Friday night karaoke every night.
Play me a song near the piano, man.
Well, why don't-
I would like to.
We're not gonna get that cleared through the film.
Why don't we go get our books checked out, and then maybe I can find my slip of paper that has these two professors' names on them. One of them was an alchemy person, and the other one was a mage.
Yeah, I have
Maybe you should clean up, and I don't think I don't know. I feel really looked down upon by those two. I don't know if everyone at the Imperium's like that, but they were not too keen of me.
Oh, cheer up, bud.
You should ask
You're
about
not-
Gibby.
I don't.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
I got him.
It could be like an inn. Maybe Gibby
It
has
could be.
certain
Or they could
connections.
be like, oh, Jesus. Maybe Gibby didn't leave in the best,
Yeah.
best of terms.
So
If Gibby was at the Imperium, why would he leave to go on a caravan?
well, while you
no,
guys
we're-
discuss this, I'm gonna take your advice and go get cleaned up. And I stand up and I slam the other beer and slam it down, and I go, "Oh, wait a minute!" And I just put my hand in like my robe and pull it out. Oh, it's Gorbin and Halifax. Yeah, here we go. Got it right here. And then I go upstairs and get cleaned up.
You gotta be in the same state of mind.
Yep, drunk, always.
We should have a talk about Cap 1's drinking at some day.
It's fine.
Okay.
I agree with Castus. I'm worried that this could get reckless.
I am. I know I am new to the party, but I have noticed as well.
He has a very loose tongue, and it kind of got us in
It's
trouble.
gotten us in trouble.
So we should
What is this? This loose tongue? It's come out.
Oh my god.
Enzo, shut up.
Out of character, Enzo does not know.
of our group. It's like,
He's such a fuckboy, dude. He's got a guitar. He like he thinks he gets all the girls, but they're horses.
I love my horses, okay?
not you. I meant Enzo. He's like, we all just treat him like shit.
So,
I'm gonna go
late.
adventure around the city. I'm gonna.
anyways, I would like to talk with the innkeeper real quick.
Oh god. Are you gonna cut me off?
Oh no, go ahead. Sorry.
You know, that's not a bad idea. No, I was not going to cut you off, but
I thought that's
maybe
exactly
that's
what you were
we
going
should
to
do
do.
in the future.
On. Good morning.
Good morning, peasant. I was just wondering if you've heard any issues with any bandits along the road, or any thieves, or any talk of anything like that from any patrons. I say that in as charming a manner as possible.
Yeah, go ahead and make a charm check. It's upgraded because you led with
It's upgraded.
peasants.
It's gonna be downgraded then, because I'm congenial as
Okay,
fuck.
but
But it's gonna be upgraded again.
it's upgraded and then downgraded.
Okay. You ready?
led with "Good morning, peasant."
I did.
It's good.
He's a smoke show.
In a
though.
really kind way. That's not upgraded.
Well, the upgrade and downgrade crits they cancel.
Oh, okay. My bad.
So just to bring you into the rules
So
here, that's how that
he's kinda
goes.
like- He's kind of like a little bit maybe threatened by. I don't know. Like
It was a charm check, so he's not angry, is what we'll say after "Good
He's
morning,
not
peasant."
angry.
Have you seen any bandits on the road? Like, what is this?
Because who said that?
know,
Oh
like-
my god.
I'm kind of curious whether or not there's been any trouble, any crime in the local area or anything that they're having problems with.
Well,
Trying to ask him
This
about
isn't-
work and stuff like that.
this
Is
isn't-
there anything?
the inn's going well. the inn business, it has its ups and downs, but
If there's any trouble, or like if he knows of anybody looking that needs like, I don't know, some work done or something like that.
well, this isn't like you're out on the open road anymore, where there's bandits anywhere around.
That's true.
There is some thieves in general, things that happen in big places, thieves, pickpockets, things like that. And I haven't heard of anything specific. Not in this area, maybe up in Let's Run more, you'll find more
You know anyone that
undesirables.
would be interested in hiring any workers for any odd jobs or deliveries or something?
There's lots of work to be found in the city, but I need more than odd
Where would you
jobs. What are you
suggest?
thinking?
Where would you suggest we look? I don't know. I'm just
Well,
kinda curious about finding
Depends on
something that we can make some money.
the kind of work you're looking for. The forges, you may be able to pick up an apprenticeship or something working. One of the master forge smiths on Cathedral, you could potentially do some mission work for the Church of. What did we decide on? Enur?
And rare.
Enur. That's what it was. I'll spell it again. Enur. That's right. Potentially do some mission work or something for them. Out of the docks, you may be able to get, I don't know, anything
Oh,
docks.
that's a good place. That's a
packages, or
good place to go.
Potentially be a hand on a ship. Lots of, you're looking for message carrying, maybe like the Imperial office, the King's Row. Yeah, I mean,
Well,
it depends on the type of work,
thank
I
you.
suppose. It's a city. There's a lot to do. It's Imperial City as well, which means even more than
You've been-
what you'd expect normally.
Very kind.
Well, thank you. You've brightened my morning.
I say
If I may ask
Good.
just one
Well,
question.
okay.
I meet many people. I assume, correct me if I'm wrong, that you are Joharan born.
Yes.
I've seen many people of Johara with tattoos, but I've never seen one quite like yours. Any special meaning, or?
No.
Pardon me for asking. I didn't mean any offense.
That's super awkward.
Have a nice day.
Thank you, you too. And I just walk away and try to leave.
You have a
I'm
face
not a good
tat.
liar.
Someone's
Yeah.
gonna ask you about it eventually.
Mike
I need
Tyson
more
tat.
more deception skills.
All right. So you guys see Belle come back? Down there. What did
Well, I've got some.
It seemed a little
areas in the
strange. Is
city we
everything
could
okay?
explore. It's okay. I have some areas we could explore if we're looking for work later.
Okay, we're definitely gonna need some money, stay here.
Yeah, I have some saved up, but if we are to be buying lodging every night, I will need some more income.
Well, why don't you two go looking for work, and Cap One and I will try to make our way to the Imperium.
I would like to go to the Imperium with you guys.
Okay.
I'm very interested in seeing what's up with that. I've heard a lot of stories about the Imperium.
there
What
a
is that
siren
noise,
going
man?
on, Screech?
Yeah, Jesus. I'm really interested because I've heard a lot of stories from my father about the Imperium and stuff. So I
Okay.
My
want to see
mic
it.
was muted, so it wasn't me.
There's
It's a
something
lot
wrong
of
with your mic then.
squeakadeeks.
Yeah.
Cannon, what about you?
I kind of feel like exploring. I might visit the docks and Rat's Run. That all looks kind of fun.
Okay, be safe.
There's not like a map in front of you. Card on the table. Every table is a convenient map of the city. In this,
Is my mic okay?
Dude, it's still buzzing like.
It's like
we-
robotic every time you speak, almost.
we say no, are you gonna be upset?
Our bag is just squealing, kind of like.
Yeah, it's just like.
Yeah, that was good.
I think it's more like a.
I don't know. I can try something. Let me close.
Sounds like it's
Teamspeak.
not coming from your mic, but like something in your room, maybe.
Like a high pitched
sounds
one,
like-
like a small fan that's on quickly or something.
Yeah,
Or...
yeah.
It could just be like a bad
Yeah, like
connection on the mic too, because it was done when you were muted,
Yeah.
so it might be a loose wire somewhere. Didn't sound like that, but
Plug and unplug that bit.
all right. Anyways,
Anyways, yeah.
we'll just carry on.
Okay.
Those of you who are dogs, please do not chase the noise. It's coming from your headset.
Yeah, they'd be running for a while. Let me try to fix this. Hold on.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
just
guess
carry on.
I'll see you guys in a little bit.
No good.
For the adventure.
Okay. East.
East to here.
Into this neighborhood.
Yeah, I'll walk that way.
Okay.
Okay, so what are we doing?
Cannon has just arbitrarily left and started wandering east.
He's wandering, and we're going to the Imperium. I don't know what Enzo's doing.
Enzo's coming with us.
All right.
Wow,
come with me, I think.
the power dynamic is really aggressive here.
I think that he would just probably come with us. I don't
Enzo's
know.
coming with us.
I guess he could decide for
there's no other
himself.
thing I
But
can do. Whatever Bill says, I have to. It's me.
Enzo, people in the Nighthood have a backbone.
He didn't say any of that.
Okay.
Yeah, he'd probably hang out with the bigger part of the group.
All right.
Actually, Cannon, do you have anywhere particular you are going?
No. Let's go.
Yes, I am. Yes.
Okay then. All right.
Cannon and Enzo are gonna go explore. Nowhere in particular. He's not super interested in the Imperium.
Also, in game, how long have we been traveling together as a group? It's been like a couple months.
So yeah, what was it called? Stonesbrook was probably coming up on 2 months ago.
Okay.
You guys like you've developed an acquaintanceship for sure.
Okay.
And 2 months
Pretty
of travel.
close.
2 months of travel to get to Imperial City, basically, too. We had lots of fights, lots of almost dying and criminals together.
And we've known Enzo for about like 7 weeks or something, 6 or 7
Yeah.
weeks. Okay.
been a
It's
bit.
been a while.
Yeah. So he's not
Enzo's
like
gonna
he's
learn
not a
about stones
stranger
work.
anymore. He's not a stranger anymore by any means, for sure. Like you guys are definitely into the group.
Is it Toyotathon yet?
It's close.
It's getting
Terrible.
close. I can't wait, man.
Nothing's gonna be different, Squeak. There's no deals.
But
There's no
There's no deals.
There's no deals, man. It's just the same shit.
no
You can get a
0%
Prius-
APR for the first 6 months.
You can get a Prius for like 3% off.
Okay.
Prius is just a size.
It's a measurement for ale casks. Like that's what it was a pallet measurement
Oh yeah.
of ale casks. So you could buy a Prius of ale.
Toyotathon is the Thül of the equivalent of Oktoberfest.
Yeah, okay. I'm okay with all that. It's only 3%.
It's only 3%.
Very strict.
All right.
Just barely a deal.
Alright, let's back on
Just
track.
barely.
Let's go to the Imperium.
Yeah.
So
I guess at this
everybody
point,
Cannon and
I
Enzo.
will have come back downstairs from getting cleaned up.
You look any different?
I'm clean.
Did you actually clean? Okay.
Yes, I'm clean. My clothes are still pretty dirty.
All right.
Wait, did I just? No, I don't think I did. I think I took my clothes off when I got into the Oasis.
Yeah, a few of you bathed in
Yeah.
the pool. All right, so we can start with the bigger group going to I assume the administration building, which is this one.
Yeah. The registry thing that we
Yeah.
went to for a second.
You guys come in and
Should we
now that
grab
the
the
mornings.
books?
I think Cassius is carrying his
I
books.
definitely have a book.
Yeah.
But are they on the cart or are we?
They're on the cart, but we can go grab them.
Yeah, so
Okay.
grab the books and head out. Now that the day's begun and like the morning's in full swing, you start to see more and more people out on the streets. Maybe 6:37. Things are starting to open. The registrar has some people bustling around, and it's not super busy yet, but it's open. And so you see it's the big four-sided buildings with like kind of half towers into the side of the flat faces, and the first floor has a cover to it that underneath has some open windows, kind of like things just to ask about, and like you see people, different people with the Imperial colorings wear, or people with just like a patch that has the quad towers of the Imperium that you can see in the background. Basically, these ones right here. It's kind of like an artistic emblem. That's like the emblem of the Imperium. And they're, handing in things, getting slips of paper. You can tell it's kind of like a business area where like they come in, and like the Imperium is a massive organization, so they have couriers and things like that going in and out. And then there's a different side around where it there's the registration and visitors kind of area.
Well, if there's a sign that says visitors, I would make my way to that.
Yeah, it's kind of like just like an area that you can tell that people are supposed to come into. So as you get in there, it's got like a tile floor with like nice fine woodwork with the furniture and like the different desks and things are made out of, and you kind of like a reception-y window inside with a small older gentleman, maybe 80, probably shrunk down to like 5'8", maybe 5'6", kind of hunched over with a very thin, but he's got like a long brown robe on, very like thin arms, and he's got a little quill and he's writing things down.
I just approach him with cap on and bell, but kind of taking the lead and greetings.
Oh, hello.
We would like 3 tickets, please.
What? Tickets?
Okay, we're not from here, but
What tickets?
we'd like to go to the Imperium.
Oh, well, the registration is ended.
I
Yeah,
push
so-
past Castus.
Okay.
I'm like, his sister is a family member,
No.
a student here, and he would like to visit. We would like to visit.
Oh,
Thank you. That's what that meant.
why didn't you say so? Well,
Language barrier.
oh, is he foreign? And he kind of squints and leans forward, and he cannot see well. So he's like, "Big fella." He doesn't sound too foreign.
I'm just up north a little bit.
Well, as you know, the non-students or staff are not allowed in the Imperium grounds on the Central Island, but we can establish a visit.
Perhaps we could make some sort of, you could make some sort of, exception for us. See, we're very important bounty hunters.
Trying to decide if that's deception.
I don't even know.
I feel like it's deception because
I mean, we are
you're bounty
I
hunters,
hope
but
not.
you didn't
I'm
say
trying to,
we're
like,
bounty hunters. We're
maybe-
very important bounty
maybe
hunters.
I wet your beak a little bit.
Are you
Could
trying
be
to charm?
persuaded. I don't know. I'm trying to get us in there.
Make
trying
whatever
to get
will
us
you're
a-
trying to do.
An
You got
all
social
access
skills.
pass.
You got a whole thing of social
Wait,
skills.
wait. Oh shit! What happened?
Let me negotiate with. I want to negotiate with them and see if I can just be like, hey, we won't stay for very long. Like, just let us in. Like, we're not gonna cause any trouble. How about that?
That's deception for sure, because you know we're getting into trouble.
I'm not. No,
We
it's
are
not
for sure
deception.
getting into trouble.
You can roll a negotiation or a
I'm just
charm.
fucking with you. I'm just.
I'll try to. How about that's the go-to. So go ahead and.
Well, that may be busy, but I don't have anything to get you on. It's not that I don't want you on the island, it's that you can't go on the island.
Can we get like a day pass?
No.
Oh, is there
pass?
some sort of magical?
But, yes. You really aren't from here, are you?
How do we
You
get
said
in?
that.
Look, we just need
Most
to visit
people
the
know.
library, and yes, my sister and
Well, I'm
Professor.
sure we can summon your sister and have someone carry a message into the Imperium and have her come out for a visit.
guys, my sister probably knows Old Imperial. Wait,
She hasn't been there for 2 years. That is the goal. Any second year
She might be able
student
to
or
find
above-
somebody though. She might
Damn
be able
it.
to help.
she's only been there.
She's been there like how long were you guys delayed?
Yeah,
past? Like a week and a half, 2 weeks?
No, she was like 2 weeks ahead of us, so
Oh, that's
about 2
right.
It was
months.
like a month.
Maybe a month in the
bit.
first one. She didn't learn a language in a month.
Oh, she's
Summon her.
trying very hard.
Summon her and summon a second-year student as well.
What?
We would like-
Why do you need a student?
we need someone
What
to
are
read
you about here? What is going on?
as
Oh God.
we
He's
are
just squinting towards you.
we are
he's
visiting.
just trying to visit his
family.
sister.
Okay, yeah, let's just stick with that.
Yeah, that's the easiest. Could you? Is there a way you could summon her and
Yes, I-
maybe get her?
I can get the
message or
message to her. Yes, absolutely.
Could you please summon her? Yes.
What is the student's name?
Her name is Sionia Nix.
And he starts scribbling down on a sheet of parchment off to the side. And who's calling?
Castus. Nix.
Nix.
NYX.
Yes, I've guessed. He's an old senile man. And like picture very twiggy arms coming out of massive sleeves and a pale hand with a way too big quill writing on a small sheet of parchment. All right, and is there any place specific for her to meet you? Time?
Right
place?
here and now would be good.
Right here and now.
Yeah, if she could just meet us by the
Right
bridge.
now. The bridge. Oh, yes. The bridge, of course. Well, no, it's a nice place.
If we're not there, tell her to go to the Driftstone.
Oh yes, we're also staying at the Driftstone.
The Driftstone, lovely tavern, that.
Yes.
I once had a night of drinking that I don't remember there.
That's enough out of you.
What is this?
Excuse. You must excuse her. She's. Doesn't wake up this.
She's a wily one, isn't she?
Doesn't really wake up this
Well,
early
it's 3
usually.
silver.
For what?
The courier.
Oh, if I give you 5, can you get it there quicker?
No.
Please.
I don't carry it.
All right.
I can give the courier 5 and we'll see what he does, but they usually just pocket it if I'm being honest.
Oh, he can pocket it as long as he doesn't
Well,
jog.
I suppose it's your trust.
Okay.
Look here, bud. Just make it snappy, or there's gonna be hell to pay.
What happened to you?
What's gonna happen to fucking you, bud? That's what happened to me.
Oh, when it comes to the Imperium things, they're all things. I don't know. He's just an angry man. He hates his job.
If you could just send her a letter and tell her I'm here.
Yes, it takes how much silver you're handing him?
3. And how
He
long
takes
do
it
these
and he-
messages usually take?
As soon as you hand him the silver, Timothy! And then like a small, he's like 12, runs up in the same, like he's got a tighter fitting, but like same colors. It's like a courier uniform. Yes? Can you take this to Sionia Nix? Nikes.
Nix.
And
Timothy.
Yes, my lord?
My lord, I...
You're right to call him that. We're very important bounty hunters.
Yes!
He loved that.
The cat has
lord.
just clutched his pearls.
My lord.
I'm not gonna...
Yes, my lord?
From where I'm from, we do a thing called tipping, and if I give you an extra, maybe...
Tipping, sir?
Yes. If I give you, say, 20 silver, could you
20
Run this-
silver?
run this directly there and...
Oh,
Make it
I'll run
urgent.
till I drop.
Thank you, Timothy. You're
Yes, sir.
you're safe.
Anything.
That's for you too. Don't.
There's still the 3 silver. Free.
Yes, I already paid you. I thought.
All right.
It's right in front of you, over your eyes.
I don't see well.
I put it in his hand.
Oh. 1. Puts it on the table. 2. Puts it on the table. 3. All right. Timothy, she's in the female dormitory on the 8th floor, B wing. Okay.
Watterson Tower.
Watterson Tower, Block A, Floor 3. Shout out.
Oh, hey,
Shout out.
can we get a
Shout
receipt
out.
for that?
Bloomington.
Yo.
Was that Smith?
It was 4th. Where I lived.
What did I live on? I lived in A.
I was at Tri, so I wouldn't know.
Wow.
Which one?
I did Wilkins a year.
Hey, Grandpa,
I was a man.
I said, can we get a receipt for that?
Oh! Timothy's like run off.
Email or print?
Yes, and he writes a receipt.
I just turned to the
I hand
others
it to,
and
I hand it to Castus.
thank you, Capricorn. So it looks like we're not going to be able to gain access to the Imperium at all.
Oh,
He looks back up. Are you still just standing there?
Oh, make sure you get the second year student as well while you're at it. Need
The
a second
student's
year.
name?
Pick one.
Pick one!
I need a translator. Can you help us?
He starts looking through the book under the P sections. I don't see it. Pick one!
Oh, thank you for your time. Thank you. Really.
All right.
Have a good day.
Okay.
let's go wait by the bridge and
Okay.
we can
Lead
discuss
the way, Castus.
what we're gonna do.
So, as you guys
Should we
kind of
take a
go to the
break?
bridge, yeah, we can. I want you
That
guys
would
to
be
make one just vigilance check.
Uh-oh.
Vigilance.
Not really anything. You guys,
Mail.
Castus and Capwan, as you're waiting by the base of the bridge, you notice the people going over all have some type of either patch or that garb on. And if they don't, most of them you see are wearing like a leather thong necklace with a small metal disc on it. They're all wearing that kind of the same necklace or have the disc on them somewhere, and they're the only ones walking across the bridge. No one other than people dressed like that are trying to walk across. So that's something that's a detail you would pick up on as you're waiting. But yeah, let's take a break.
Alrighty. And we're back. Holy shit, we're still alive.
And welcome back behind the actor's studio.
I'm James Lipton.
James Lipton.
Who's a
Yeah, so
fucking
what-
pimp?
What are we?
So-
We're standing next to the bridge.
Yeah, we're gonna jump over to and in are we do we have anywhere particular we are looking for, or are we just I'm perfectly okay to wander. I just the Imperial City I've never been.
Me neither. I kind of want a haircut.
Ah. You have been looking a bit, a little shaggier, although it looks good on you.
Oh, thanks, but it's been killing me during the heated travels from the desert, so...
You know, it is not a bad idea. I may join you.
Okay, well, let's go look for a hair place or something.
So, as you're walking to the east, it's a large cobble-paved area. You see lots of people in religious robes, and you see this massive grand cathedral with lots of intricate art, like stone carvings in it, and it's very artistically made, and massive doors and different clergy going in and out. Around, there's beggars on the streets around it, and you kind of walk over into partially residential, but there's also like little corner stores and things like that around, and the streets are maybe big enough for a carriage kind of between, so it's not really wide. Maybe a carriage and a half. And like the buildings are all kind of packed together, and you're looking around, and there's people milling about, and a few like small wooden stalls selling like fruits and things like that around. But make a knowledge adventuring check.
Okay.
Enzo's gonna. You guys are looking for haircuts. You guys put the smart ones in a group together. Oh.
You guys are gonna get arrested.
I was gonna go with robbed, but
Oh God.
Arrested.
Enzo.
God, I'm gonna have to save him
Oh, he
again.
rolled twice.
Yeah, the top was what he's taken because I
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I looked at the bottom one, I was like, oh, damn it. Okay.
No, it's much worse.
Yeah.
It's, no, it's worse than what you thought.
What's the advantage?
what is the advantage?
You guys kind of walking around, and you're not picking up on a lot of the city cues or things like that, and so you guys have really navigated a big city other than the one that you were like born to in your hometown. Like this is very different than Hura.
Yeah.
A very, very different kind of place, different culture, and unlike Hura, where there's no official guards or things like that, and it's kind of policed by the people. This one very much has guard presence, and like you've passed some every now and then, or like a group of one or two patrolling around. You're not in a terrible part of the city, so there's not a crazy amount, but kind of wander your way in around different places and find a store that you come in, and it's got a man in like kind of a dark linen, like a gray or black linen shirt, and pants maybe cut like 3/4 down, and just like a bit of like a lighter cloth around his waist, tying like basically as working as a belt. You enter the store, and there's different. It's kind of like there's a little bit of all kinds of things in it. Herbs. It's got a few like books on the side. There's a few knives and wares. Some leather straps.
Automatically.
The duct tape of this campaign, leather straps. And it's kind of like just wedged in between like some of these buildings. There's like little alleys where you see other doors and stuff. So in one of these little alleys, you saw like a small sign that was just it was like a small dagger hanging off a chain basically above, and it's rusty. You figure this was some kind of shop, and as you enter in, hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you. Looks like we've got the wrong place, but we're kind of new here, and I wanted to ask: is there any place of, I would say, maybe of beauty and aesthetic, a place to get a haircut and a shave?
If you're looking for beauty and aesthetic, then my friend, you've come to the right place. Look around you. All of the beauties in the world.
Fuck
Like
yes.
someone, like he's like gesturing some plants, and I'm sure that I can help you with whatever you need.
I want a haircut.
Hold on, I'm looking at
What
what's your
mechanics for cutting
vigilance?
hair? Oh.
My vigilance is 2 green.
2 green. Those is so you're not sure about this guy.
Okay.
After that, but I think he can probably help us with what we need. He's like a nice guy.
I look around.
Yes. What is your name, my friend? I am Enzo. Or a haircut.
He's talking to himself.
Yes. Wonderful. And he kind of sits Enzo down in front of you, and Enzo's in.
Okay. What kind of style are you going for, Enzo?
What do you think looks good on me? I've always had this trouble, I see other people with haircuts, but I cannot tell if they are just good looking or if the haircut looks good.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
How long is his hair?
His hair's maybe like 5 inches. Like he's got like a little bit of a shag going on, but it's not super long.
Oh, okay. Well, do you want it short? Do you want it to keep it a little long?
I was thinking something more stylish. I'm okay with the short. Yeah, I was thinking, what if I shave it? Oh, we can't do that. No, that would be terrible.
I think we should all shave our heads.
What if you shaved one side?
We're not being skinheads.
I think I could do that. I could braid the other side.
Exactly. You'd look great.
Oh, I could do this. Yes. Okay. And he starts doing it. He takes out a razor blade and starts sharpening it. So it's like gleaming and polished and like razor sharpening. He holds it with his finger and like touches it, and like you see this tiny little spot of blood.
At this point, I'm gonna keep a really good eye on him.
Okay. He kind of leaves and just relax. And he starts shaving from like right here.
Okay.
On the side of his head. So, what brings you boys to the city?
We're just adventuring. We have a few friends that are looking for some help at the Imperium. Can I make a check of some sort? I kind of want to see if he has like this underground vibe to him.
Yeah, like what the shop kind of feels like. What the
Yeah.
Okay.
Would be like streetwise or
Streetwise.
Streetwise Mind Palace.
I forgot about the old Mind Palace.
Bell, different bell.
Bell 1.
What?
Shay.
Yeah, so make a knowledge.
That was... Yeah, that was probably
Streetwise would work.
But
streetwise?
I just feel like all your characters are Bell.
well, I mean, this is the only campaign we've played in a long time.
Yeah.
So you are getting weird vibes. It definitely seems like since this store doesn't necessarily seem to have like a product or what it does, it's one of those ones you walk in and you're like, how is this open?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
Like
No
what
clientele.
Like what happens here? Like
It's like a mattress store.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
they also have like 2 wooden dining chairs that are like $800.
Does he have like a
reason.
back counter with like a room in the back or anything?
You see the main counter and there's a door behind it, but it's closed. You don't see anything. You know, you look around and there's like different. Make a knowledge, so like a nature.
Knowledge.
You could do alchemy or education.
Okay. Doesn't matter.
Because we have a different. There's a different set of skills in this room.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, so you're not able to get too much, but like it definitely there's a strange assortment of items and things like that. As far as does the door look locked, I don't really know what that means. There's not a drop bar on it.
No, I know, but like, is there like a keyhole or is there?
There
just
is
like
a key, yeah.
Okay.
Like there is a keyhole.
Okay.
So he's cutting, and he's probably gotten the shaved part done, and now he's going through and kind of like tying it in braids along the side.
Does it look okay?
Yeah, he's kind of given like what's her name? Marjorie Terrell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't think of the actress's name. Dormer? Natalie
Yeah.
Dormer.
I really don't know.
Natalie Dormer with the shaved and like the side. They're a little more manly and fierce. Like,
Into it.
he's pulling it. Like, and he's,
Enzo, it's coming
he
together.
kind of got like some scruff going on and he kind of blends it in. So it's like, it's somehow it's working a little bit. Enzo's also, he's a handsome guy.
It's coming together, Enzo. Look at you.
Yeah, you know, I did not know if I would like it, but I definitely feel better.
Sir,
Yes.
a large assortment of just knickknacks and other goods. Did you make these? Are you an artisan yourself?
I am many things. Some call me an artisan. That's Enzo. Guys, there's too many characters I have to play.
Enzo, not you.
There's 2. There's 2 in this room,
That is way too many.
and it's too many. I have some who calls me an artist, yes. Some called me other things. Entrepreneur. Socialite. Master. Hair cutter. And then he kind of like does a little razor flourish.
Ooh.
You can make a vigilance check.
Yeah.
Wish. It doesn't. Yeah. Seems to be telling the truth.
Yeah.
Is there any specific skill or business
Hold
I
on,
can help you with?
think I have something. A talent.
Did a man crush on Enzo because he looks great. You got to fight Belle for him.
So it says I have nobody's fool. So it says may upgrade difficulty of incoming charm, coercion, or deception checks 1 per rank of nobody's fool.
Okay. So roll it again.
Vigilance, right?
Yep.
Here we go.
So you felt that there's an air of truth to a lot of things you said, but you're starting to definitely tell that he's skirting the truth a lot. And he definitely has something that he's not telling you. But you said he was a socialite, and you sound it's that like seems like it could technically be true, but you feel like that's not what it means. Craftsman, master craftsman. Once again, you feel like he has his own meaning for what that means, and it's not what you would expect. So all of those things, you can tell that he is kind of his own definition too.
Well,
What can I help with in this new city? So exciting. One of the things to discover.
you got a lot of news from other places around the world? I hear this is a pretty famous city, so I assume so, but
I have been known to keep an ear to the pulse of the city. What type of news are you searching for?
I don't know. I haven't read the news in a long time. We've been traveling from the other coast.
From where?
Northwest coast.
Around the Tides Reach area?
A little bit with the Drake Gulf, right around there.
Lovely part of the country. And what is it? He kind of looks up and... Just over 2 months then?
Yeah, actually. Good.
Yeah, make another one of those.
Vigilances.
I'm trying to think. Make a streetwise knowledge adventuring check.
Streetwise it is.
That was oddly like exactly how long it would take for your journey since you landed.
Okay.
Like after you got off of the ship, which probably took around 2 months. That was like oddly exactly how long it took you to get from here to there. Like he seems to be very familiar with the idea, and like
Is this guy like Varys, basically? Fucking.
yeah, you're getting weird vibes for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, like that was like you'd be a little creeped out by how exactly correct he was. Like maybe to the day.
How about news on the other side of the
Like to the so to the point where like you know that you got sidetracked some and like an actual journey would be shorter.
Yeah.
Somehow he's like that is how long your journey took.
How about from the other side, like Zawara?
I can't see Kirby.
His face was just like priceless.
From Jawara, that's the Tides Reach. You have to go around the Southern Cape.
No. Just news from that region.
Oh, well,
If you have any. I'm from around there.
Trade Council has made a new deal with the merchants of South Pole for lumber. I don't expect much to change. They're wary of the hill tribes resisting, but that's, as you know, it's old news. Kind of like says it and smiles.
Yeah.
Does that help?
Yeah. Actually pretty good. Have you ever been to Hura?
I've not been, but I had a feeling you may be there from the accent.
Got on pretty quickly.
I'm good at these things. You, sir, and he's kind of doing the things. You seem South Pole, the southeastern coast. Yes, that is true. And he kind of looks and thinks, kind of like fingers his chin a little bit. I'm looking. I'm trying to generate a name, but I don't have a good one. Terrible. Those are all aggressive. Pardon me, team.
Good.
Sorry.
Yes, apologize.
I would like to begin my 4-part apology. From the town of Basalfon. Wow, how did you know this? Quite good. Most people have not heard of Basalfon. And your accent too. Just a good guess. kind of gives you the happy smile. But kind of like, it's a little sleazy, but like also more creepy than that. How about you, sir? Your haircut?
I kind of
Enzo's
want.
looks great.
I kind of want to do something like that, but maybe the shave on both sides.
Both sides, and then just one big, like,
Big mermaid braid down the middle.
manage that. I think you should do it.
I'm gonna.
All right. So he starts cutting your hair. Do you have anything else you want to ask him, or we'll just?
Question.
So many questions.
You seem a man to do business.
Yes.
Is there any information for sale?
Now that depends on many things. Enzo again. Fuck!
Enzo.
Fuck me! Fuck me, guys! Run it back! Run it back!
We're doing it live.
Give me my
Fix it
cue
in
again.
post.
Can I get my cue again, Cannon?
Is there any information to be bought?
Well, that depends on many things. Who's asking, who's buying, what information? Of course, I could be persuaded to sell something, I'm sure.
Feel like you already know who I am. Know who he is.
I don't know who you are, I just... Names escape me, I just read people well.
Okay, I'll get straight to the point. My friends are dumb.
I see.
With one intelligence, man.
Both of the people in this room are your one intelligence characters on this crew.
See, but I'm not book smart. I'm very cunning.
So that's what you want to call it.
That's
So
Enzo too, I
dangerous.
think.
Yes. I know for a fact they're having
Yeah, we're
trouble.
getting it more into your territory.
Yeah. I know they're having trouble finding information. They have books they can't read.
I see.
And I know they're in large cities like this that there are people that can do things that aren't necessarily part of a collective group.
Well, of course, in places like this, there's lots of people who could potentially help. Luckily found me, and I may be able to point you in the direction. Can I ask what these books are?
Not much of a reader, but I know they hold information that they would like, and it's not in a language any of us can speak. It's an ancient one, Old Imperial.
How many of these books would you say have?
We'll say 8.
Well, I point you in the
Can Cannon count
direction
that high?
of... He's got
Yes.
fingers.
He's got 10 fingers.
Okay, okay.
I can certainly point you in the direction of someone who reads Old Imperial, and no problem at all.
How much?
Hmm?
How much?
And for such a small favor, since it's our first time working together, I'm sure we could... I'm happy to tell you without any sort of fee, finder's fee. Look for... Go to Rat's Run. Find a broken well. There will be a small shop. Going to go in and ask. Vuvul. Bring him the books, I'm sure he can help you. That's the name.
Vuvul.
And tell him that Nicodemus sent you.
Nicodemus?
We're old, we'll call it acquaintances.
Thank you, Nico? Can I call you Nico?
I prefer Nicodemus.
Nicodemus.
And consider the haircuts a greeting gift. I'm very pleased that you found your way to my shop.
Thank you very much.
Please,
Sorry, one more question.
yours.
Those leather strips there, how much are they?
The leather straps?
God damn
No,
it.
most people come in, they don't see the potential of mere leather straps, but I see that you're one who can find what will be of an item and push forward. I can give you those for 10 silver.
How much are they? Or how many are there?
There's like 40.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll fucking do that shit.
Yeah, that's a steal, dude. Yeah, I'll buy 10 silver worth.
And may I ask your gentleman's name?
Name is Marrow.
Perception check.
Perception, no shit. Okay.
Arrow.
You got it.
Oh, that's social, right? Fuck.
Your name? Did Enzo have a name? I don't remember if you guys gave him a name.
I have the list. Wasn't he like arthritis or something?
Yeah, I think he was arthritis.
I am, Arthur. Enzo will make a deception check too.
Arthritis.
Arthritis.
Damn it. Jesus Christ, that fucking name is stupid.
You guys got the
I
sneaky
fucking
two
love
here.
it. I fucking love it.
You guys got some sneaks on this squad, but
Yeah.
well, Marrow and Arthur, it's been wonderful. I do hope you'll stop by again.
Gladly.
And he kind of gives you like a long, kind of lingering smile, and like an uncomfortable amount of him just like staring into your soul.
As long as my hair looks good, I'll let him.
You look like a boss,
Fuck yeah.
like a warrior god boss.
Okay.
You guys head back out of the shop.
Yeah.
What did I love your haircut, Gannon.
I love yours. You look great.
I think we've made wonderful choices today.
Me too. Let's go find a flower shop.
Did you think he was looking creepy?
Oh, totally.
No, okay, good.
Keep your voice down.
Ah, of course. Flower shop? And we'll cut across.
Yeah.
So you guys are on the bridge. It's maybe been 30 minutes. But, after a minute, you start to see, Castus, you see your sister crossing, in a really basic white, Imperial thing with just a patch on, like, the left breast. That is the Imperial, like, seal. You would probably assume this is, like, an apprentice. A first year. It's the first year uniform, basically.
Okay.
Castus?
Sigh! I've made it.
I can't believe you come all this way.
It's been quite the journey.
What was she again? She's like 12, right?
Like 14-ish.
Okay, she probably still runs up and gives you a hug.
Yeah.
Bumped. Can't believe you've come so far. Isn't it wonderful?
We just got in last night. Actually, I haven't had much time to look around.
Look at this, and she pulls out the leather thong and like shows the metal disc, and it's just
What is that? I've seen a couple.
It's a metal disc, and it's maybe 2 or 3 inches across, and has just lots of different arcane scrolling kind of on it. It's Oh, I had a name. What was it? It's the seal. Each student gets one. It lets us through the field.
Okay, so you need a seal to get to the Imperium?
Yeah, there's a force field that covers the whole central island, and you can't get through unless you have one of these that identifies you as a student or a teacher.
Interesting. Well, you must meet my traveling companions.
Oh,
This
hi.
is Capuan.
Well, hey
Hello.
there.
Capuan. This is my sister Sai.
Sai, nice
and,
to meet ya.
This is Belle.
Hello. We met your mother and
Oh, that's right. Belle was
Warren.
there. She met Mother.
Oh, she did?
Yes.
Is she your girlfriend?
No. So how are you?
I'm wonderful. I finally made it, Cassis.
I know. You've always been the smartest one in our family.
I just can't believe it. It's so wonderful. I have a dorm and a roommate. And we go to the... I'm learning magic. Can you believe it?
That's amazing.
Look. And she kind of holds her hand up, and like a light kind of flickers and almost happens, but doesn't. Ugh. She's basically just trying to like make a little like candle flame looking kind of thing in her hand. You see like a few little sputters and sparks, but I'm still working on it.
Well then, yeah, I mean it's been so long we've been on the road, but yeah, we just got here last night, and how have you been? Is everyone treating you in the city here well, or any issues?
They feel like I might not belong here because they know that I'm poor. Most of the kids here have come from wealthy families, but since I came in with the lottery, they've given me a little bit of a tough time, but I'm not letting it get to me. I worked so hard.
How much
I'll
silver
show
do
'em.
they have?
What?
I mean, how much silver do they flaunt around? I can give you some.
I don't know. Sometimes, like,
Do you
you
need,
buy the hot
do you need
chocolate.
spending money? I can hear.
You don't have to get... I know that we're
We've
tight.
been pretty fortunate with some jobs on the road.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you do now?
We just found some work with Kingdom of Corinne. I give her 100 silver.
Oh my gosh, Castus. When did you...
It's okay. Just maybe whip it out and flaunt it sometime. I don't know how much that will do, but you could buy something nice. And...
They always like get hot chocolate and talk about how good it is in front of me, and I'm gonna buy so much hot chocolate.
Yeah, get a bunch of hot chocolate. So how long is your apprenticeship, or are you in?
Well, the scholarship covers 2 years, and I hope to use both of them if I do well in my classes. But
How are your classes going?
it's good. The alchemies and alchemical materials class is kind of hard, but I'm starting to learn the elements. Did you know there's so many elements?
I don't even know what an element is.
Oh, you're into alchemy, huh?
I'm just learning about it, sir.
Yeah, I'd love to learn. Well, how is it? Do you like it? Do you enjoy it?
I don't really like...
Oh, you've gone quiet.
he's gone.
I don't really like the tubes and the making some of the elixirs, but it's interesting.
Who do you study with?
Well, I study with one of Gorboon's apprentices, Andrew. He's a fourth year. He teaches the intro class.
I pull out my piece of paper and I nudge Castus and ask him for his quill or his pen, whichever.
Oh. Here you go, got one.
Andrew. What was his last name?
Are you gonna go talk about old man? Islet.
Intel
Islet.
Core.
Islet?
Islet.
Okay, got that. Great. I'll have to see if I can't,
I have names for islands up on the right screen, so his last name is Islet.
That works. That works.
Well, Sai, if you, I think I'll. Now that I'm here, I'm on leave from the army. We're kind of doing freelance stuff. I'll probably just take jobs around the city here and stay close to you.
You should become a chef. You've always been good at cooking.
Oh.
Oh, Castus.
Yes.
Why
Will.
did you never tell us this?
So basically you like used to make oatmeal and she was always loved it, but like you didn't make much more.
Yeah. Not much of a cook. I mean, you see me on the road. All we've really done is boil. Boil things, you know.
Those oats you used to make were so mushy.
I can make some mushy oats. Oh, well, we are staying at the Driftstone Inn, and I'll be staying there as long as I can afford it.
Okay. I'm pretty busy with school and classes. Most of the day's taken. I have a class here in a little bit, but if you can send for me. If you, I won't be wandering around the city too much. I don't feel like I should.
Is this city dangerous?
I don't know. I'm just kind of nervous. I've never been out before. I don't like to. There's a lot of people, you know.
There is a lot of people. Well, I haven't encountered anything too crazy yet. But I'm keeping my eye out.
I feel much better that you're here.
Good. Like I said, I'll be here just in case.
I'll leave a message at the Driftstone if I need you.
Yeah, and then I give her my room number.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just slip a note under the door. I'll be staying there for a while.
Right. Well, I get class in 10 minutes and it's all the way across the square, so I better get going. Do you need anything else, or?
Yeah, if you have 1 minute, we have some old Imperial books that we don't know how to...
What?
Yeah, that we found on our journey, and, do you have a trustworthy friend or student, maybe someone
I can
you'd...
ask one of the professors or one of the 4 tiers.
Yes.
Could you have one of them meet us, perhaps, after class
That
or
would be preferred.
before dinner?
Yes, we could take them out to dinner.
I believe that would only be suitable.
Yes, great idea, Captain.
I can ask him, yeah.
Perfect. Yes, but, well, you better get to class. I don't...
Okay, I'll have someone come look for you.
Okay. Good to see you, Sai, and big hug, and yada
Good to
yada.
meet you.
Kind of like runs, like kind of like a light jog across the bridge back. And about halfway across the bridge, as like the apex of the arc, you see this little kind of like shimmer around her, kind of like out from her position as she goes through this shimmer, and then like it goes back to being clear.
Okay. Well then, any ideas, guys?
Oh, about what?
Anything?
Well, I mean, we could try to go across the bridge.
I don't think that'll
I can
work.
partake in that. We could always check around some local areas and see if we could make some money
That's true.
down at the docks, perhaps, or something.
Down the docks? Okay. I've never honestly... Actually, I haven't seen the ocean. We should go down there.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh yeah, it just
This is-
goes on
this
for
is a
fucking
lake.
ever.
It's a lake? I thought it was here.
I thought
Isn't
it was
this a
on the
bay or
lake. It's
something?
on the ocean, isn't it?
Like a bay or something.
It's a gulf.
Yeah. So this is like river delta. So a lot more land than that, but it was hard to draw in the map editor. But this is a big delta.
Okay.
Can I switch you guys? I did.
Yes, we see.
I'm gonna bring us back. Yeah, that's over here.
Bring it back, y'all.
Alright, so are you guys gonna try and meet up with each other?
I would assume that we would kind of just.
Lunchtime. Let's go back to the inn and have lunch.
Yeah, as me and Enzo are walking back, I'm gonna tell him, hey, Enzo,
Yes.
let's keep this kind of between us.
Yeah.
The information.
Which part? I think they'll notice the haircuts. Again.
Oh yeah, that's fine. But where we got the haircuts and who we got this information from, who
Our
we
new
got the
friend.
haircuts.
I see. Yes. He was. I do not want Bell to wander into him.
Yeah,
I don't think. He seemed a bit creepy, and it was almost as if a slime was on him that I could not see.
oh, totally. Like, I like my friends, but they can be very impulsive.
I have noticed that, especially the big one.
They don't think too hard before they do things, and I think that's what's
I don't
kept
think
me
he likes.
alive, at least.
I don't think he likes me, the big one.
The big blonde one?
Yes.
Um,
Yeah. At times he seems okay, but most of the time I feel like he wishes I was not here.
Honestly, I think he's jealous.
Of what?
I won't say anything. Let's go meet them up.
I love these two. They're just cunning.
Oh, we're going to a flower shop if there is one.
Oh yeah.
As we're walking back, do we see them going to a flower shop? 'Cause
No,
if we
you guys. They're like
Okay.
they're
in there.
in it.
But what else is around us?
You guys are here, so you guys got the big open square, big building. This is an inn. These are inns around. Like this is the main big like shopping square, and it's probably mid morning now, 11:30. We 10 to
Have
11.
lunch, guys.
Well, should we go down to the docks? We can get lunch down there, probably.
Oh, some fresh fish would be good. I haven't had fish
I've
fillet
never-
since
I've never had fish.
home.
Sure, we could find some food down there, Belle, and maybe your dock expertise could get us some work.
Yeah. Maybe. Do it. Let's go.
Is there anything you wanted to get done here in the Imperial City, Belle? I know.
I think the first thing to start with is the books. I think that's our kind of our focus for the time being.
Okay.
I could get that taken care of and then go on to other.
All right. To the docks.
Alright, so we will look for a excuse me. Go back to Enzo Cannon, make adventuring. Knowledge adventuring.
Jesus.
Leon just lost in a city.
Dude, they're gonna get fucking robbed, man.
I do not doubt. So, what do we looking for a flower shop for? You have a crush? Huh?
I suppose you could say that.
Is it Capon?
No, no, it's none of the
Oh.
people we're with.
I was just joking with you, of course.
Just a summary thing.
Okay. You guys like wander around for a good like hour, just like
Okay.
small talk, looking around. But eventually, you kind of pop back out, and you can see the statue of the knight riding the horse in the background, and you end up in this like square area.
Oh shit. Okay.
But you start to see more stalls and things. You would be able to find a stall that's selling flowers in here.
I'm mostly just looking for like a bouquet of lavender.
Yeah, you'd be able to find that.
Okay. I would like to buy a small little bouquet of lavender.
3 silver.
3 silver? Okay.
After you kind of buy it down. So now what do we look for?
Now we look for big water.
Yeah.
I'll ask this time before we get lost.
We've not been good at finding our way around.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask first. The flower keep.
It's a lovely like older woman and like her granddaughter who's maybe like 11 or 12, 60-ish. She's like making bouquets and like she's making some like little laurels, like weaving them together.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can I ask you a question?
Oh, of course, yes. What can I help you with?
Me and my friend here are new to the city, and we actually got kind of lost finding this spot. Can you point us to where? I don't know if you have. I know you have a big mass of water here, but can you point us in the direction to get there?
You're looking for the docks, are you? Okay. So if she kind of points out towards the statue. If you go towards the statue and just kind of drift a little bit to the right, you'll see, just stay on the main path. That's the ring road. It'll take you around the Imperial Island. And if you follow that, at some point you'll hit a big bridge, and you'll be able to see the docks from there.
Perfect.
Okay. Thank you for visiting my small shop.
Thank you so much.
I just also want everyone to know that I hit up a shop name generator, and this popped up.
Sky Fleeing.
Dude, what the fuck?
Are you serious?
That's such a good like Thai restaurant.
Such a great name, but like conceptually, Thai food and
Super
bondage
aggressive,
probably don't
man.
go well together.
Yeah.
Thai food and bondage need to figure it out because that name's too good not to use.
Less spice.
Or it's just maybe it's so spicy that you're just getting tied up.
Mm.
And they have drinks. They have like a drink
Tied
that's
up,
called
man.
like the Thai.
I have the opposite.
Maybe
problem.
all their drinks are named after bondage things.
It's all coming
I have
loose.
40
Bar.
other strips, right?
Yeah.
40 more.
Yeah, man.
Hilarious.
Hilarious.
It just feels like such a utilitarian item that's great. It's like the 10-foot pole. Never know.
Hey, against that hag, it fucked hard.
Dude, it came into play.
The pole vault was amazing.
Alright, so you guys are both wandering towards the docks. You want to have met up, or just wandering separately?
I just want to get to the middle of the bridge
Okay.
and literally just drop the bouquet into the water.
Okay. So,
Let's go find these jerks.
yeah, so you and Enzo get there, and probably nearing noon, gonna go up, and it's a massive, probably 300-foot long stone arched bridge. The top of the arch is tall enough for a full-masted like galley to sail under.
Whoa.
Like it's a bridge.
Bridge.
Yeah, that's definitely a cool spot to get my lavender bouquet.
Yeah, it's a pretty sweet spot, and you see it takes a few seconds, and it kind of blows in the wind as it drops probably 120 feet, maybe just 100 down.
That's awesome.
But then you kind of head back down, and you're just kind of meandering the docks, and I'd say you guys probably bump into each other. You guys would see these people walking around with these pretty aggressive haircuts. Probably pick them out of a crowd pretty easily.
Is that Cannon and Enzo?
Oh, what
Oh,
the
God,
fuck have they
I hope
done to
not.
their heads?
Oh my god.
Look back, they're like,
Are they best friends? Because I hope not.
I feel like they had fun.
So,
We've been best friends
hey,
since the beginning, since that
hey
first
guys,
It's
how,
true.
where you been?
Walking around, flower shop, brought some flowers into the...
The flower shop was very nice.
It was
What the
very
hell
nice.
did you do
You
to
should
your
go.
head?
Enzo! What happened?
We're in a new place. It's a new time.
You know, we thought when in Imperial.
Yeah.
Cut your head like a wildling?
You watch your mouth, Custis.
Yeah, I
Okay.
thought it.
Okay.
Everyone thought it looks quite good on me. Do you not agree?
It takes some getting used to.
Well, to be honest, I think it looks wonderful.
Oh, thank you, Capelon. No, it looks good on you, though.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody could wear that haircut, but it sure does look good on you, bud.
Oh,
What are you guys up to?
we just got down here at the docks and we're looking for some work or something. Belle, I don't know what that looks like down here on the docks section. I don't really know my way around the boats.
Yeah. So you guys went counterclockwise, or no, you went clockwise. As you kind of traveled through the city, you definitely see how the districts kind of change. The immediate one, it looked more like corn and like standard housing, and there's a few stone houses, and there's different things, but it definitely seemed more residential, and there was a big square that you guys kind of you didn't venture into, but then you turned up into as you came around, and the smell of molten iron, the sound of blacksmith hammers on anvils ringing out.
Old metal fever.
There's more people shouting. It's louder. There's a little bit of a haze of smoke in the air, and you see multiple pillars of forges, puffing the dark smoke from coal fires into the air, and you passed a large statue of a large, very muscular man wearing a blacksmith's apron over an anvil, with the hammer held back and a sword on the anvil, coming down to swing. That's the statue in the middle of the square that you guys passed.
Cool.
And as you started to keep going around, the smell of molten iron slowly shifted to that of salt water and fish as you moved more towards the docks. And the lighter wood, more wood houses, they seem like they meant to be temporary when they started, but they've grown more permanent. And as you're going around, you'd be able to see the peaking masts of ships look over some of the rooftops, and through the alleys you'd be able to see some of the ships. And there's different stalls selling things and people carrying fish back and forth on sticks with maybe 6 to 12 large fish, way more colors than sea fish, some red and oranges, and if you're in the heart of the docks market, and yeah.
Are
And
there any help
there's-
wanted signs?
There's taverns and stuff like that, but they seem a little more rough than the one you stayed in. They're cheap taverns for sailors to, stay in while important, and that kind of places. There's not big help wanted posters or anything like that, no. But you'd know Bell, probably not Bell, but Canon, you would know that when people look at docks, you can talk to dock masters or any shipmaster, or even the shops and stuff around, depending on what kind of work. You just need to go and figure out what you're trying to do and talk to someone.
You want to go talk to somebody?
There's not a classified section of the newspaper to look for job postings.
Yeah, with shipmen, you just gotta ask, right, Bo? Ask the ship captain.
Well, we could either try to ask a ship captain or a shopkeeper. We decide which route we want to do. If we want to work for a shopkeeper, or maybe maybe offloading cargo from one of the ships, something.
Well, I've never even been on a boat, so I don't know what. I could be labor, but not much else.
Be great as labor. I squeeze his bicep.
Thank you.
Perhaps we could try with the shopkeepers
Okay.
first.
I'll follow your guys' lead on this one.
All right. So,
Go ahead, Bo. I'll follow behind.
Let's
yeah,
find.
make whoever's leading for the shop, make a knowledge of entering check for me.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Tie me up.
Let's find that
Such a good
shop. It's
name,
a
isn't
bunch of rope and masts and sails and stuff.
Dude, there's another one called Bags Bunny.
Fuck yeah.
It fits. Dude, this is great.
Amazing.
Dude, these names for stores are good.
That is
They're
unnecessary.
pretty good. FSG. I like it. Let's
The
go
puns
to
are outrageous.
this shop here.
Alright. So as you...
Did anyone see Cannon drop his flowers?
Enzo did.
Okay.
They were kind of like, they've been having a day together, so... And it's Enzo. I don't know. But yeah, Enzo saw. As you kind of go across, you see this big bridge, and it's hard having, like, going around and seeing the sights not to want to cross this bridge. So, Bell leads you guys up the slope of the arched bridge, and when you get to the top, you kind of take in the side of the city, and you see to your west, the open harbor with lots of different docks and places for these many, probably almost 100 full-sized ships in there. A busy dock. More ships than any of you have ever seen. And out on the water, there's this square stone tower, which is a triple-tiered, as it starts climbing up probably 500 feet into the sky, and on top there's these floating, swirling blue crystals that give off a bright light. And
There,
then you-
Castus, that's a lighthouse. We were just talking about lighthouses.
Yes.
That's what that is.
Keeps the ships from crashing into the.
Makes so much sense when you see it.
I forgot that was the thing that happened.
Yeah, it was.
And as you kind of look back around, you see the spires and towers and arcing bridges between the Imperium buildings, and you see the tip of wings off of a giant bronze dragon statue in the central courtyard. And then around you see lots of different peaks, the peaks of the cathedral spires and rooftops around, the smoke columns coming out of the forges, and you get kind of the full take into the city from up here.
We're on the bridge again?
Yeah, you're like on the top of the bridge. You guys descend up to the north side and you look around and find out what kind of store, I guess, are you looking for? There's like
Maybe just kind of like a general store, I guess. I don't know. I think that'd be good.
just like in terms of you're trying to look for work, but I don't like.
What's
you look
the
for
first thing we see?
A fishing shop.
Ah, fishing.
Okay.
I like a fishing shop.
Yeah, I want to go fishing.
I could be down with that. Yeah,
All
that's
right,
good.
so
What's fishing?
Shut up, Castus.
Never heard of fishing?
Yeah, so you guys discuss fishing.
Yeah, on a small, I guess I've probably heard of it.
Like lakes and ponds, I'm sure you've heard.
Yeah.
So you go down more towards the docks and you look around, and it maybe takes you an hour or so once you've met up to find a spot, and you find outside basically just 8 or 9 racks of fish that are kind of strung up by the gills, hanging from like wooden poles outside the front of the store, and the smell of dead fish and salt water is very strong. But you see a place where people are getting fish in and either starting to prep them or there's packing them in salt and different things like that.
Smells like home.
Would Cap One, would this be similar to where Cap One is from?
So this would Akarat would have a fish market and like a port like this, yeah.
Okay.
As well as I think Jawara would have a big port as well. And all of you people from port cities. This one's big though. This is the biggest one. So this is bigger than the one that you've seen.
Sure. Oh, I really just want to go for a swim. I haven't swam in a body of water like this since God, probably about
The Oasis.
3 or 4 years now. Oh, this is this is a lot cooler, a lot deeper, and a lot saltier than the Oasis.
Do you always swim in water when you find it?
I used to swim a lot as a child.
Okay.
Before all of this happened, so it just kind of, it's my happy place.
I get it. Keeps you young.
Yeah.
How old are you, if I can ask? It's hard to tell, you know.
How old is Enzo?
You don't want to know.
I am 27.
I'll be 21 next month.
That one's young.
You're 21?
Well, no, not yet. Soon. 2nd of Toyotathon, I think.
It's quite soon.
You think?
You think?
It's very soon, Captain.
It's very soon.
Why didn't you tell us your birthday was coming up?
Oh, well, once you hit double digits, I mean, what's the point in celebrating anymore? I mean, fuck.
You've not had a birthday since you were 10?
Capone, what kind of
You've not
place
celebrated
did
a
you grow
birthday since
up?
you're 10 years old, Capron?
Well, I kind of went through some weird periods of my life. Wandered the desert for the past 4 years before I came here.
You know, puberty is rough on everyone, Capron. Do not feel bad what happens in puberty. That is weird time. It kind of looks like
What's puberty?
you know, when you start to grow hair on your chest and become a man.
Oh, yeah, we call that gibbles.
Gibbles. You call it gibbles?
Well, yeah, I mean in our language, up north.
Gibbles, I've not heard this name for it. I do not know, forget what I named your language, but that language.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called either. Give me 1 second.
Got a cool name.
So
the store.
Kuwarin.
The store. There's fish. Different people salting fish. Some people bringing it in. Some people are gutting them. Well, they're all getting gutted out by the
I want to approach somebody who's like, I don't know, gutting the fish and doing that hardcore stuff.
Yeah, so they're out right by the dock and throwing it into the water, and there's birds around and fish down below eating.
Are there any big fish? Like what?
Yeah, these fish are like they're big fish.
Okay.
Kind of like big like red snappers kind of looking things. They're colorful.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just got a knife going down the gut and pulling out the innards, throwing them into the water.
Glad to catch you. You've got there.
Oh yeah, thank you. It's been a good day.
I'm not from these parts. What's this type of fish called?
Called the sea peach
Sea peach.
from the Gullah, of course.
What about the taste?
It is Enzo. I just default to Enzo.
It's okay. He could be from wherever he's from.
Yeah, he could be from
True.
South Pole.
It is a sailing place. It's flaky and delicious. I like it smoked just a bit and
Like to smoke your sea peach.
Ooh.
Oh, Castus, you haven't lived until you've had smoked sea peach.
Really? Is it that good?
Oh, it's
actually
one of my
pretty good.
favorites.
Smells
One of my
fucking-
favorites.
It's so bad.
You mind if I try some?
I feel dirty now.
Dude, that sounds pretty good.
Dude, this is fucking
Smoked sea
going
peach.
places.
Dude, I'd definitely be down to eat some of that.
So he's like cutting up a bit of a fillet one. I don't have any smoked one right now, but you can have a small taste. He cuts you a little piece of it.
Raw. Okay.
Yeah, it's perfectly good to eat raw, delicious.
Look, I mean, I don't think I've ever had a raw sea peach before.
It's
You don't want it, I'll have it, Castus.
No, I'll
Or
try.
you're gonna save it for later.
Oh, don't do that. It'll go bad for sure.
Should have saved your haircut for later.
So you pop it in your mouth and you get this like a little bit like quick salty taste, but then the texture it just starts to kind of melt and like the fats from the fish start to coat your tongue and it almost gets a little sweet and buttery as it kind of melts apart.
Ooh.
What a pleasurable.
Hey, guys, sea peach is the shit.
Castus, we should
That's
get
what you
some
guys
and
eat
see
when
if we
you're
can
on boats all the time.
smoke it.
Can I buy a? What do you? I don't know. A lot of it.
Well, you'll have to go talk to the shopmaster, but yeah,
Let's go.
That
Let's
is what
go
we
and-
sell here. Yeah,
Fuck you,
absolutely.
shop master.
We're coming in.
Right, so you go
Coming
in
hot.
and there's a guy and this is there's a big room in the back. You can smell like really like smoke of like apple woods and different like smoking woods around. Like that kind of smoke is lingering in the air. And outside there's also just big piles of salt. You see people packing these fish in.
Making me hungry.
Me too. I want some smoked fish now,
I
man.
know.
Fuck.
I have to go to.
Might have to go somewhere. I
And you see
forgot.
people, yeah, like they're basically like they're gutting them, and then they scale them, and they're hanging the flesh on these poles from hooks, and then they're kind of putting them in on racks into the smoke room. And you see there's a guy kind of directing people around, and it's just getting packed in the salt and cured that way. And what can I help you fine gentlemen with? And ladies.
Well, we're looking, wondering if you could have any use for a few workers around the shop. Seems like you have a lot of fish to gut and clean and prepare.
Are you any good at filleting?
Yes,
Do you know the work?
I do. I can't necessarily speak for my how proficient the rest of our group is, but they could be of use.
I can carry
other
things. That's probably about it.
Well, carrying's a skill.
Yeah, thank you. I've always said so.
Estes can showboat.
Well, if you're desperate for work, I could probably use a few extra hands around occasionally. That and, I could potentially, deliveries to the different areas of the end product. Always
Well,
be
we
tricky.
happen to have a. Would this be a place where like you could ride a horse like through the street? Like, would that be somewhat
Can ride a
common, or-
horse, yeah. It's
Like
not
a
the
trot.
most common, yeah. Like you're not gonna
But
get a
you
full
could.
run, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, but
People
it'd be
kind of
faster.
part ways for horses. Yeah, you could split a crowd by like walking in a fast thing.
So we have some, we have horses and the potential to travel a little bit quicker across the city.
Well, that could be of use. Some of the salted peach and smoked peaches, the deliveries can be larger. And
We've got salty peach and smoky peach.
We have our own cart too. We can make
We have
large,
our own cart.
carry quite a lot of things.
I have been wanting to be able to deliver more fresh fish around, but I have not had the ability to branch out.
Seems
Yeah,
like that.
like this campaign is gonna turn into like a fish salesman. You guys are just gonna like. That's what you do. Then eventually you get on a boat and you go to another city and you're gonna expand.
We're gonna be the fish kingpins.
The
We're
fish
gonna
are
open
so-
up
I
business.
can see where this is going.
It's gonna
the
get
smoked
violent.
sea peach kingpins.
Yeah. Gonna get real violent.
Want some sea peach?
Well, too bad. You're gonna buy some, okay?
Too bad.
You want some sea peach?
Oh,
He's
fucking
swimming.
bad.
What's Jimmy?
Buy
Swim
the
with the
sea
fishes.
peach if you know what's good for you.
Hey, easy.
That's what we could do. We'll go to shops, innkeepers. You better buy some of this sea peach.
We wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you.
Bad
in
to
the
happen
next
to
tavern.
Now this bad cop I've been itching to use.
Dude, this is how we start our pirating adventures.
All
We're
right.
small like this, guys.
So, if you want, you can stay around and make some like small, like you can do labor for him if you want.
Like to
If that's what we're
help
wanting
him
to do.
cut some fish and pretty handy with the knife.
For the sake of brevity of it, could we do like make an arrangement to like we get X amount of silver a day, or like we go on like we make the shipments, we come down, and we can like deliver things.
Let's make a negotiation check here.
Not it.
Cannon.
Yeah,
I believe
whoever.
this is your
We need a charm and a negotiation here.
Yeah, I'll negotiate.
They'll put that honey pot on.
yeah. Oh, yeah, speak with my our associate Cannon.
Okay. After you guys discuss it a while and hear about his kind of idea and how people do orders around the city for the fresh fish, but like you can't get the fresh fish outside of by the docks because of the hot day in the city and all the people don't want to buy raw fish if it's been out in the sun for a few hours.
Question. Keep. Is magic forbidden around these places? I know you had the magic school, but I don't know if they take.
Oh no, magic's not forbidden. No.
Well, we could
this
keep
is the heart of magic.
Me
Except
and
for,
my friend Capwan here. Oh, even I don't know if Cassis can, but we can throw some magic and keep the fish
mages.
cool.
Oh, yeah, we dabble a little bit.
We can keep the fish nice and cold, keep it fresh.
You guys are opening a sushi food truck.
Yes!
That's what's happening. That's okay.
Yes! We have a wagon and everything.
The
Sushi
first
burritos all
sushi
day.
food
We
truck.
got an instrument so we can have a fucking.
That's
band
true.
walking
Cannon's got
around
the fucking draw him in. You can make a little theme song.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
we could panhandle.
Yeah, he can hold out his Batman hood for tips. Bruh.
All right, so yeah, after you do some negotiating and explaining how you have the ability to keep raw fish from spoiling in the sun and have people get fresh, cool raw fish, the sea peach, which is known for its deliciousness raw, but also how fast the sun will ruin the deliciousness. You guys propose the first an idea he's had, but never figured out how it would work. Other than, like, I wish I could sell fresh sea peach around the city before it
And the
spoiled.
mages are probably too good to like. Oh, we're
Yeah,
not
they're
gonna
too good to
freeze
come down to
fish.
the. Yeah.
I mean, somebody's got to come up with the idea, you know? Like, why didn't we think of that?
Yeah, we could probably smoke it too
Oh.
and sear it.
Install a wall in your wagon, and one side's a refrigerator, one side's a smokehouse.
No, just magic sear.
Someone's out there just launching fireballs at fish.
That would
yeah,
be my
so-
style.
Blackened.
So, like, prime time would be lunch. I don't know, like, every day is this, you guys are gonna stop what you're doing and come and
Yeah,
I mean,
from
test
like
fish? I
from
don't know.
like-
That's-
No,
we
I
don't have
think
to like
this is
go
just the-
through it. Like,
No, I know,
every
but
day.
I'm saying just like even RP wise, like in the middle of like if you're going to do something, it'd be
I
like,
think
well,
this
we
could be
gotta.
something that we do.
We'll have
kinda
our afternoons
while we
off.
wait for the we got to get these books translated. Like, yeah, we got some things going on, but we got some free
He
time. to where-
proposes 3 days a week,
Okay.
from like lunchtime, so like 11
from like
to
11
1,
to 2. Yeah,
11 to 2. Okay, we could do
Where
that.
Yeah, we can do
He'll
that.
give
2
you
p.m.
fresh sea peach that is ready to be served, and you guys can go around the city and sell it. And then he'll come back,
So how
and
are we?
you guys will get
Commission.
success negotiation. You guys will get 30% of the profits.
Not bad.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna be pimping that fish.
Yeah, I'm gonna be threatening people
Turning
if
that
they
shit
don't buy
out.
it.
I mean, and it's like this is expensive fish, right? And like whole sushi grade fish is expensive.
Yeah.
The poster girl for sushi grade fish.
What's this guy's name, by the way?
Yeah, we should know
And
that.
what's the shop's name?
The shop's name is the Begging Fish. God, the Begging Peach. Sexy.
That is.
And the shopkeeper's name is
Fishy Bill.
I don't know why I thought that was funny.
they call me Sushi Bill. Udor. UDOR.
All right, 30%. That's decent.
He'll give you 100 peach. Just pack your cart. Well, no, he'll give you 50 peach, which are 20 silver each worth of sushi. So basically, apparently, you can make like 300 gold without a week.
Nice.
That might be too much.
300 silver?
That's what I meant to say, yeah. But I think maybe 100 silver a week. No. 150.
Okay.
I should like cover a living.
So
and
25
stuff.
fish. 25 fish, and
That should be enough to cover a living expenses and stuff like that. And
for sure.
I don't want to like make you guys fucking rich for sushi cart, a food truck.
Oh, man.
It's a living, man.
Hey,
You
man.
Make a living off of it.
Our upkeep for freezers and stuff is very low.
You guys are gonna be black. You guys are gonna be straining out in the back of the wagon and like turning into animals and ghosts.
Well,
Who let this dog loose in the car? In the fish
fucking-
cart.
Heroic abilities that can take care of some of that strain.
Using heroic abilities to keep the car cold.
keep our fish sails up.
Yeah, so we'll say 150 silver a week from the 3 times a week you guys go sell.
Not too bad after a few weeks.
per
we could
person or total?
As a group.
buy another horse.
Okay, well that's. Well, we've got a job now, and yeah. Is
So, how to go with the books, guys?
no luck yet.
Oh,
I do
we
feel like
should-
we'll have to roll for the first few times though, to see if you guys are any good at. I feel like there's lots of opportunities for rolls.
For sure.
So,
Oh, yeah.
like, I
Make
want
the
to
sales
RP. I
now.
want to RP the first session of like whatever
Fish
this
selling.
food truck is gonna be.
We're gonna
'Cause,
sell.
like, you guys are gonna have to wander around the city, and how are you gonna get people to come in? Who's doing what? Like, I want all
Yep.
that to happen. That sounds
Yeah,
fun.
that's all entire next session.
selling fish.
What is this campaign? This is why it takes us 10 episodes to travel.
What do you guys want to
There's
do?
like
Well, we have all
100
these
different-
books. No,
I
let's sell
planned,
some
like,
fish.
Like
We're
8 different
working on the
potential-
books.
I did
This
like
is
8
gonna
different
be time.
potential side quests that you guys could go on, and guess what wasn't one of them? Sushi food truck.
That's
You didn't
great.
plan sushi food truck.
I didn't think about sushi food truck. No.
We'll find some of the other
All
stuff.
right, yeah, but
We'll,
so
find,
this is
we'll fill it in.
you guys eat here, and it's probably going to like mid-afternoon by the time you end negotiations and like kind of talk about logistically how it's going to happen, and maybe somebody does a few practices of like cooling things down and explaining how you think that'll make things last longer because someone.
And
I don't think refrigeration's a concept that's really known, but you guys, someone, sure.
We'll
Someone's
figure it
idea.
out.
But he's been thinking it, and he tells you about it, but he's like, I don't know, I feel like the fish, if you keep them in cold water, you can keep them longer.
makes sense.
So he explains this crazy idea of refrigeration to you.
He's crazy, dude.
Yeah,
That's never gonna work.
There's no way keeping things cold is going to make
Oh.
meat any different.
Well,
Ooh, there it is.
It's
Yeah.
your fucking thing, Squeak. Your
do it again.
douche flute makes your
Hit your. Nope.
maybe it's in the wire when you move it. Literally, it's gone like 3 times and you've been hitting the douche flute. I was hoping that there was a magic douche flute that was like affecting the internet.
That's
Is it when I
Yes.
turn my mic off?
It's not anything I know.
How many books do you have on you?
Now.
Let me do a quick count. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 10,
I have one.
and I think Cap One has one.
Yeah, I have 2.
He has 2.
That makes 11 books.
Nice.
Thank you.
I was getting there. I was getting there.
You know, I have to.
That's 12.
Damn it.
Maybe
Try using your toes next time.
I counted my sword.
there you go. Why'd you ask?
Nothing. Just wondering.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big ask to get them all translated, but I mean, at least we can get maybe. I don't know.
It's gonna take some time, so we might as well sell some fish while we wait.
Well, should we go maybe try to meet up with your sister, Castus?
I let her know where I am to drop off a note if our dinner with one of the Imperial mages goes through, but hopefully she can swing it. She's very kind and nice, so I'm assuming one of her teachers would be more than obliged.
Can I see one of the books?
Sure.
I'll pick one at random and I'll just hold it.
I hand you one at random.
Okay.
You have a
And
book.
it's not one of the ones from the series, so it's not one of the matching books, and it's not the one with the gold filigree.
Okay. So
It's a
random. So random
brown
of you.
and red leather
It's-
book.
So random of you, dude.
Taco. It's
Polo?
a book of rocks.
Book of Rocks.
The one that
that's
had
fine.
rocks.
Do you mind if I hold on to this?
Go ahead. It's just rocks, I think. I don't know.
I see the pictures.
Yeah, you see like different diagrams and like arrows and like ground and then stones and like
Looked like rocks to me.
Okay. Are we leaving? Are we walking back or?
probably 5 afternoon.
I do want to try something. I know it could work in like D&D and stuff, but can I use the utility spell to translate? It could be like a super hard check, but I don't know.
I would say it'd probably be an arcane skill.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
I feel like that would be like, yeah, the studied magic. Like an arcane, like a comprehend language kind of spell is what you want to do. I
Yeah.
feel like that'll be, you'd have to use arcane.
Okay.
It'd be weird to do it by singing.
Yeah.
Just sing at the
I thought
book.
I'd ask.
No,
Tell me
I
what
like
you're
what you're
saying.
thinking. No, because that's like, we don't use utility to its fullest potential. I fully agree that there's a shit ton of spells we could use utility for, and that is totally one of them. But I think I'd have to say it's arcane magic.
Okay.
But like with verse, any weird way to like do things, like any of those cantrips that you could use in like D&D and stuff like that, you could probably do. You know, like the prestidigitation and all those things like that.
Okay.
So yeah, if you think of anything in D&D that'd be like, oh, it'd be cool to like make something happen, like consider utility. It'll probably just have oral components where you have to like either whistle or stuff like that.
Cool.
Hey, anybody who has utility?
Yep. Well, now that we got our steady income, why don't we head back over by the Driftstone Inn and maybe my sister can arrange us a meeting with one of the mages.
And I would also say that divine would have the potential for depending on the language. So if it's something to do with gods and ancient stuff, I think a divine translation would make sense. But just like another human language.
But not
Okay.
old Imperial.
Yeah, like that's just an older human language, but if it's like some kind of like some equivalent of like a celestial or something like that, I think having divine magic to translate that would make sense.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just winging it, but that sounds like it makes sense to me.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, so you guys can head back to the Driftstone.
I could use a bath after a long day of
I would just
being
check
near fish.
for a note and then kind of just make myself available and either.
Yeah, so it's like maybe 6 by the time you guys get back. Are you going the same way that you got there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you guys just head back through town. It's probably like 6:30 dinner time, so you could get a spot in the tap room and kind of get dinner. And there's not a note waiting for you, but we can fade out as you guys kind of just make shop. Belle can go take a bath. Anybody want to do anything? But we're coming to a close here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to my room. Kind of tidy up the place. Yeah, I'll just wear like my regular clothes, my armor, just that, and then I'm gonna try and sneak out.
Okay.
Mm,
Are you waiting for it to get darker?
Not necessarily. I know they're not gonna follow me to my room. So if there's like a window in my room or
All right, yeah, make a stealth check for me. Did you tell anybody about this?
no,
Okay.
not even Enzo.
Not even after your haircut? Yeah, so after you kind of go up and flip out, like at the end of the hallway, there's a window that's open to have the nice air come in, and there's like an awning below it that's like a cover, like a wooden cover above something. You just kind of walk out and kind of hop down. You're just out the back, and you just kind of walk in with the crowd.
Sounds good.
Anybody else? Who's going to be hanging out with Castus in the tap room? Enzo will
I mean, I
hang-
would go down there eventually.
Post-
I'll be
post-cleanse.
quick, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, everybody again, other than Cannon, have to pay your fee for the room,
Yes.
as well as there's 6 silver for the horses. Unless you guys want to pay in advance for like 5 days like he did. Do that now. So, everybody except for Belle that's left, it would be 15 silver for 5 days. Belle would be 100.
I'm doing 1 day at a time.
Keep your penthouse suite. Yeah, so on Castus
keeping
it's three silver a day. Cap 1 3 silver a day, Enzo 3 silver a day, and Bell 20 silver a day, as well as there's 6 silver a day for horses.
Do it. And I'm just eating jerky and kind of hanging out. And what I would want to do is I would talk with some of the people down there and just kind of like I would ask about jobs and maybe like if there. Oh, I want to look if there's like a Carinian. Oh, what's the word?
See?
Yeah, an embassy or something. Maybe we can get some bounty hunter work.
Yes, that would be best.
How are we gonna hunt bounties if we're selling fish?
We have other time. We
3
can do
days
other-
a week. It's
we're
a
trying to
part-time
gather
job, Squeak.
gather information and things that we could do. Our first like day here.
Yeah, it's a part-time gig. When do we start?
Alright, but we'll, yeah, you guys can decide that now.
But yeah, I would just be asking around for
Yeah, I'm taking some notes here for that.
see if there was somewhere I could stop by, or if that was taken up with the king or some sort of person where I'd have to go talk to somebody like here. Basically
Alright.
looking for the infrastructure, or not the infrastructure, but like the hierarchy of the city and kind of who to talk to, maybe my military. I could swing some of my military background.
Alright. Well, we'll leave there in the tap room of the Driftstone. First day fully in Imperial City.
Where are you going, Cannon? Are you keeping it a secret?
We'll
Yeah.
just leave. We'll leave with him parting, disappearing into the crowd.
Cliffhanger!
Thanks for hanging out with us, our people.
See you next time, Trenton.
Yeah.
Why did it? There it is.
Yep. Bum bum. 15 XP, I think.
Yep.
We'll see you
Cool.
next Thursday.
Same.
Hood rat,
Place. Time.
same.
Bud rat.
Base.